Hello. I was just talking to myself. And I'm still trying to accept the truth, you know? I'm still trying to accept that. But I really want to I want to apologize and I want to say thank you mostly because I really learned a lot of valuable lessons. I have some self-sabotaging ways that I needed to see about myself. I watched some tarots and some of them were good and then some of them weren't. Some of them were more real than I wanted them to be, but I didn't want them to be I didn't want them to be my reality. But the way my reality looks right now is as if it's not that I don't think something can turn around. I just didn't know I can push somebody away that much. Yeah. I mean, 'cause I remember I used to go years without talking to my dad, like, with no remorse. And then for somebody to do this to me, like, I mean, me and my dad did it back to each other, but, like, if somebody do this back to me, it's an interesting feeling. It's a very interesting feeling, because I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And it's like, I can't, like, knock on his door. I can't knock on. Yeah. So, I don't know. I learned a lot of lessons, though. And maybe that's what he was supposed to give me. A reality check. You know? That's real. People's feelings be real. And the fact that I'm so detached from that, like that, really just that concept alone, that people have like real feelings, people who really care about you, is interesting. It's interesting. I hurt people. I hurt a lot of the boyfriends that I've had, and I ain't had that many, but I hurt a lot of them. I mean, my hair is so soft. It's not even like a victim mentality really at this point. Like at first, in the beginning, when I was still trying to come to reality what I done to him, I was like, but he did this to me. But for me, I feel like I definitely started it. I definitely started it. And I don't know why. Like, I mean, in my mind, I'm like, well, everything happens for a reason. I needed to meet this person. I needed to learn how to love this particular type of person. I feel like everybody that I met were representations of his spirit. Like, in some way, you meet everybody to love who you are going to love, basically. So, like, basically, that whole one heartbreak away from who you need to. That's how I kept feeling like when I dated Mohammed, he was a Scorpio, and like he was an older Scorpio, so he had like a lot more. He was more evolved, basically. And I was just like, okay. I never did anything with him, like soul tying at least wise. So yeah, mostly I used to just take naps. I used to just see him to go to sleep. I used to see him just like he'd come in town. I would just see him to go to sleep. That's it, just to go to sleep. He would be so mad at me. He'd be like, he used to stay breaking up. He's like, you don't want to be my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, damn right. And I'm like, damn, I really used to do that to people. Like, people would really want to be my man, and I'm just like, mm. So I watched this tarot earlier, and we usually watch my moon rising one, or my I usually watch my moon rising one, mainly, mostly, not mostly, but I intertwine them because my sun rising and my Venus is Aquarius, both Aquariuses. So I act like Aquarius. I love like an Aquarius. Um, and then how my emotion side, like, you know, my shadow side is Gemini. So it flips back and forth, but it's still all air, still all logical. You know, I don't. You don't see me too much like front about like no relationship basically. I don't know. And then like the last like somebody I really really liked. I mean, I ain't gonna say I really really liked him, but I really liked him. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, this works. He was a Virgo, which is allegedly. I mean, not, I don't have his full natal chart, like, you know, the birth date or whatever, but um, you know, Isaiah has Venus in his that's his Venus, which is Virgo, and I'm like, oh, okay. I have a lot of Virgos in my life, like a lot of Virgos. So learning that energy of love is interesting. It's interesting. Even the women, it's very interesting. Excuse me. Oh, wow, excuse me. So, my breath smells like liquor. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Yeah, but that's interesting. So, me being in the air and wanting the earth is interesting. Me being in the air and wanting the earth. In the air and wanting the earth. And one with the earth. It's probably why I like weed so much. But, like, I feel like we're twin flames because, like, I literally feel like we speak the same in our minds. Like, if that makes sense. Like, he would say some shit that I would say that I'd be like, I just said that. Like, you know what I mean? Or even dating the Scorpio, Muhammad. He's always like, you're psychic. And I'm like, okay, he's not gonna keep saying this if he don't feel like that I really be up on it. So, and I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like me and him, we both share that commonality, like, of, like, heightened psychic abilities. Like, this last reading I just read with the Gemini. I think her name is, like, Divinely Tarot or something. She was talking about that, how this relationship is, basically like a karmic, not a karmic, a soulmate and twin flame. So it makes it even more powerful when we have, like, basically we can finish each other's sentences. So I feel like I'm at the barf. I shouldn't eat that much pizza. Fuck. Oh, God. My hair is so soft, but I don't know. It's a lovely experience. But I mean, right now I'm watching this show. It's called Evil Genius. And I feel like sometimes I feel like most of the time and like fully of the day, I feel like we don't connect that much in here in this room that I'm in because he's never been in here. So my spirit don't be alive. But maybe this is where I be needing to let this go. Like, this is my space where I need to let this go. Because I don't think he's going to talk to me ever again. I mean, he said that and then he talked to me again, but I don't know. Virgos can be, like, my stepdad, he's a Virgo. My grandma, she's a Virgo. They could be a little mean, petty. But I don't want to lose my baby. Like, you know how you finally get your fucking act together? You like, now you can't leave me when I get my act together. You know what I mean? And like I said, sometimes because you don't, which makes it weird is when you don't know the intensity of somebody's care for you. Or you don't know the love that somebody cared for you. I remember an old friend gave me advice. She's like, don't hurt him. I'm like, I was more pissed that she told me that because I'm like, bitch. the fuck do you mean? Like, why? What if he hurt me? Like, what the fuck? What about me? You know? And then, you know, I feel like, oh, I hurt him. Clearly for him to be acting this way. But I don't know what hurt him. Like, I don't know, like, I know I did a bunch of shit, but I don't know what specifically hurt him. You know? Like, in my mind, I've been purging out all the things that I know that I've done. Like, I feel like he's been, like, you know how you can be connected with somebody and they kind of, like, show you your face without showing you your face? I feel like that's what he's been doing. Like, you know, like, distance made the heart grow fonder. I feel like he's been teaching me that lesson. But what if he, like, never comes back? Like, what if he never comes back? You know? And then I'm just like, okay, well, my heart grew fonder, way fonder. I feel more in love with him away, that he was away. You know? Like, I feel like we both left each other to go work. And when I came back, I won't say I was serious about, you know, anything, because I just wasn't. I was not ready. I feel like what he is going to bring me, or what he's going to offer me, is going to be a lot bigger than me fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I always felt about him. Like, I was just like I always feel like when I told him that he was gonna be my future husband in high school, like, just that shit came out of nowhere in my heart. I was like, okay, I gotta tell him this shit. And I had to tell him this shit. And I told him. And I knew it was going to be when we were both ready. Like, I wasn't gonna rush it. I wasn't gonna force the shit. Like, I shot my shot when I was, like, not really ready, but when I wanted to, like, make sure, like, I don't know, like, earlier I sat in the car and I cried because I was like, I told myself, I was just like, I remember telling him, like I had popped. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk that. But yeah, like, I just remember telling him, like, I couldn't even look him in the face and tell him this, but I was like, don't leave me, like, just like, don't leave me, like. And I've never said that to somebody. You know how hard that was to say to somebody, like, don't leave me, like. And not in the sense where he can go nowhere without me, but, like, don't leave me. And then I had to ask myself why I say that, and I was just like, or I had to ask why I would say that to somebody, or why I would feel like they would leave me. Why I feel like they would leave me. Because I'm not perfect. And I don't know how to be. I don't know how to be perfect. I tried it. And not even perfect in a sense where nothing's wrong with me. But, like, I feel like, because I just stated my, like, why I'm single reasons on Instagram, why, like, I'm so over idealistic that I don't even allow myself to let somebody accept me the way I am. Accept me the way I am. And I feel like there's always times when I'm dating somebody and they really do need me. And I'm just like, oh, why do you need me? It's not that I do it out of, like, resentment to the fact that I am needed. But I resent that I don't trust them to meet my needs. Like, will they meet my needs? Like, will I always be taken from? Will I always be just taken from, you know? I don't want to give my body to somebody and they just take it. Like, they just take it from me. Like, just, you know how much and then this is where I get more this is not even confidence. This is where I get more mentally involved with myself, where I say, I possess a lot. Like, I hold a lot for people. You know, it be secrets I don't even be telling about people. And it's not even the idea of just secrets. It just be like the things that people don't want me to say about them. When, you know how people say that undercutting shit that they don't mean. I don't do that. I mean, I'm not gonna say I never did it, but I don't do that. Like, I don't I really mind my tongue when it comes to people and their vulnerabilities, and I'm just like, yo,